Coventry Woods, just outside of Coventry, called Bubbenhall Woods. It's a wildlife trust nature reserve, and I've only brought the one lens with me today, which is the new macro lens I've just bought. Well, I say new old macro lens I've just bought. It's a Sigma 105mm f2.8. Been inspired by a lot of videos I've seen recently from Steve Stain, from Ginger Captures, where they've gone out and got some amazing macro shots, and I wanted to have a go at myself. So I'm out in this woodland. It's October now, so there should be hopefully quite a lot of fungi around. I've never really done much in the way of macro photography before, so this is all new to me. But yeah, I'm just going to take a nice steady walk around this woodland that I've never been to before, and just see if I can try and find some fungi and frame up some compositions. As I say, I've got no idea what I'm doing, so you're learning with me. But yeah, it's a nice woodland. I don't know if I'd necessarily come here for woodland photography. It's quite messy, but hopefully there should be some fungi here. So come along and we'll see if we can find some. You're gonna have to excuse the sound of the aircraft. I'm right next to Coventry Airport, but I've made an error. While packing my camera bag, I packed the battery for the vlogging camera that you're on now, but I didn't pack the battery for my actual camera. Fortunately, they both use the same battery, so I'm going to have to swap between the two as I vlog and as I take the photos. But I have just taken a shot. Just when I actually introduced the video there, I came across this fallen tree branch here. And there's this little bit of fungi just growing out the side of it here. So I have just taken a shot, pretty much placing the fungi there on the left-hand third, and then just allowing the background here with this foliage just to sort of go out of focus. I've shot it at f11, but I'm going to focus like it. I've taken about 10 images sort of just to get the main sort of mushroom here sharp as much as I can from front to back, but letting the background blur out. I did play around with a little aperture light that I've got just to try and light the underneath, but I actually think I prefer the natural light in this situation. Yeah, it's just working out quite nicely. So yeah, if this works out any good, I will pop it on the screen. I'm not sure if it will, but it's fun having a go anyway. But yeah, as I say, there's definitely options here. After just introducing the video here, I came across this pretty much straight away, so intrigued on what I'll find. So I have come across this tiny little mushroom here. Don't ask me what it's called, I have no idea. But yeah, just walking through this little bit of woodland here, and it just caught my eye. Nestled between this sort of broken bark here and this mossy section. My missus wasn't too impressed in the week. She thought I was wasting money because I bought this, which obviously you can't see because it's camouflage. But I bought this little beanbag, and actually, you know what? It's coming useful because I'm able to get the camera a lot lower than I can with the tripod. Able to just nestle this on here, position it how I want, and get those real sort of nice low down shots. I really quite like this, if I'm honest. Shooting at f3.5, again I'm going to have to focus that, because when you're this close to something, and obviously something so small, the macro lens, the depth of field is so small. So I've taken about 8 shots, which I think might be enough just to get the mushroom sharp front to back, and also get the stalking nice and sharp. But the whole background and the foreground, this moss here, is completely thrown out. You'll have to excuse the noise again. Got a helicopter going over. But yeah, I do really quite like this. I'm going to pop it on screen now and let me know what you think. Again, I'm just relying on natural light. I have bought a flash with me, and I have bought some other lights, but I'm quite liking this sort of this soft light we've got at the moment, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'll pop this one on screen now. Bob this one on screen? No idea where I got that from. I'll pop this one on screen now, and let me know what you think in the comments. Quite enjoying this rolling around on the floor in the woodland lark. Not long since I just spoke to you, I just turned 90 degrees from the last photo I was taking, and I found this tiny little mushroom here. Again, no idea what it's called. Mushroom. But it's set amongst this lovely moss here, and it just really stood out because it's just a single tiny mushroom on its own. And with the macro lens here, again shooting at f3.5, just able to blur the background out. What I'll do is I'll put a video on from my phone now, and I'll talk you through the composition. So I really like this shot. I've got this single mushroom here, just coming up in the left hand third, set amongst this sort of moss here. But what I really like is I've placed the mushroom in such a place where it's in this sort of little sort of dark channel here, of the foliage behind, and then sort of nestled between these two lighter bits of foliage that are kind of blown out, obviously because we're shooting at f3.5. Yeah, I really quite like this. So I'm going to pop this one on screen now and let me know what you think in the comments. So I'm in the same part of the woodland that I've been in now for about an hour, and I found a composition here that's really nice, simply because I don't have to lie on the floor. But I found this this tiny mushroom, the smallest I think I've ever seen, just nestled between this tree trunk here, the silver birch, and the branch going up. It's really quite nice. I'm seeing with this type of photography, this smaller world photography, I want to call it, a lot of crossover with landscape photography, because what I really like about this is the strong sort of diagonals in the scene that kind of lead you into this tiny mushroom. And we just had, about 5 minutes ago, some direct sunlight on the scene, which was really quite nice. So yeah, I really like this. Let me pop it on the screen now. I think what I'd like to try and do now is try and find a collection of mushrooms together and try and photograph that, because it's very nice getting this single one, but if I can get sort of like a, you know, 3 in a little cluster, I think that would really complete this afternoon off just nicely. But yeah, let me put this one on screen now. So we're back on the floor again. This beanbag has definitely come in handy, but the wife is not going to be best pleased because I'm going to be covered in mud and insects and God only knows what. But yeah, I have found what I was looking for, which is a small cluster of mushrooms here. There's 6 in total, but I've basically gone in APS-C mode just to crop in a bit, and I want to cut out some of these mushrooms just to have 3. So I've focused on like an immediate foreground mushroom, the largest of the lot, and I've let the ones behind it kind of just fall out of focus. It's quite nice. I think I prefer the ones I was taking earlier, but again, focus stacking on the main mushroom to get as much of that front to back as sharp as possible, and as I say, letting the ones in the background there just sort of fade off. I'm thinking of a square crop just to cut out 2 of the mushrooms on the right hand side as well, so it's just really the 3, the main big one and then 2 little ones. So yeah, quite like this. I'll pop it on screen, but yeah, I'm gonna start heading back, I think, towards the car, have a coffee, and yeah, see what we do next. So in the end, I didn't bother walking back towards the car. I just saw this fallen tree here and I thought, you know what, that's a good place to sit and enjoy my coffee, and that's exactly what I've done. And yeah, I didn't realise it's actually getting quite dark now. Just completely lost track of time. But I've really enjoyed this afternoon out. Macro photography, as I say, is something I've never done before, but I've really enjoyed the real slow, sort of methodical process of you know, macro photography. And I think, and I hope, I'll come away with some really nice images. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But I think I'm going to end it. I've really, as I say, really enjoyed this. I'm going to be looking to do more macro photography in the future, for sure. It's a good thing to do. You know, landscape photography can be quite dependent on the weather, whereas this macro photography, not so much. So it's something to do, just to break up the sort of the monotony, if you like, of landscape photography. And yeah, something I really enjoyed. So, waffling on a little bit, I think I'm going to end it. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like button. And if you've really enjoyed it, it would really help if you hit the subscribe button as well. Anyway, I just want to say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.